I have a very special Sturgis-related jam of the day for the end of the show.
Oh man, if it's a biker metal band, then there's going to be good times in those comments.
Oh, it's good times. It's good times. Speaking of good times, Carter recorded an album last year.
I did. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, your
did.
stand-up album?
Uh-huh.
For some reason, just thought music. Because we were just talking about music.
Yeah.
I
All
do-
klezmer tunes.
Yeah. I figured I'd try my hand at some klezmer, some Jewish traditional
some
folk music.
And there's some Greek folk music thrown in there too.
Yeah, some Greek folk music in there. I don't know, a lot of knee cymbals.
They call you the biggest bazooki man in the game.
yeah. Gadzuki's the bazooki man.
Is that what that thing is called? I think it's spelled like that. I'm probably saying it wrong. Yeah, it's like a.
I didn't know there's an instrument called bazooki.
It looks like a gourd. That's a guitar kind of a thing.
A gourd?
Yeah,
I didn't know a gourd was an instrument. I was like
it's just a big old fat mandolin, I think.
Okay, because what's his name? In Freddy Got Fingered, Rip Torn. That part was like, "Come on and fuck your daddy, Gord."
Yeah, Tom Green's.
His character's name is Gordon. It's short for Gordon, but it's also something you can play. Yeah. No, I recorded, and I have that kind of stuff and many more gems on the album. I recorded an album last year, and this is the time, I think, if you have it on deck, to put it out, right?
Yeah, you got to put it out. So Carter asked me to take a picture for the album cover, and I was like, well, we got nothing to do, so we might as well, if we're going to take this picture, let's fucking take a picture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we.
And you know what they say about pictures? Location, location, location.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
They say picture. They say no fucking picture.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's right. But
There's a lot of fucking pictures that have been made in
at a time in which you can do incredible things with Photoshop. Carter and I instead drove out to Joshua Tree, and we
Let's
took.
be honest, none of us know how to use Photoshop well.
No, but
how bad
Rivers
can it be?
is pretty good at it.
I'm one person removed from somebody who really knows what they're doing. That I could get to do something. I could get a small favor if I needed one. But also, just driving out to the desert is like fun on a Monday.
Yeah, it was like a fever dream. It was
hot as shit.
It was really hot, and it was the first time in my life I thought I was seeing some mirages.
Yeah,
we went to the Salton Sea. That was crazy.
Yeah, the Salton Sea. Have you been out there, Sam?
No, what's that?
We should go out sometime, man. When it's not, that's the thing is I'm pretty sure I don't want to go back out there during the summer, but when it's like October, it'd be gorgeous.
What is it? You got to tell me what it is.
So basically, prehistoric lake bed. Beginning of the Pleistocene, it was a lake. The lake dried up, but the point is that the lake was very deep before it dried up. So you're below sea level at this place. It's in the middle of the desert, and then in the early 20th century, a levee broke, and the Colorado River filled up this ancient lake bed before they could fix the levee again. And the problem is that it's out near Palm Springs, so it's completely surrounded by agricultural fields, right? And gravity dictates that all of that industrial, disgusting nitrogen fertilizer shit, all that stuff is just going to flow to the lowest point, which happens to be this lake. So for the first 50 years of its history, the Salton Sea was this beautiful freshwater lake in the middle of the desert. Like rich people from Palm Springs built lake houses out there, and it would powerboat and shit. Yeah, Sinatra would go out there and sing and fucking hang out on the lake. And then after a while, all of that industrial waste that was flowing in basically created algae blooms that killed millions of the fish.
Oh, I can see why you want to go out there.
Yeah.
But you go out there and it is.
I'm a big dead fish smell kind of guy.
Yeah. In the summer,
it's
nice and right.
Well, it happens in waves, so it's like a big die off every year. And I did double check to make sure the die-off had already happened, and it happened, I think, back in April. So
good. So it's just water now?
Yeah, it's just a big, disgusting, tepid pool of fucking salt water in the middle of the desert, and it is the cheapest land in America. The land value is
nothing.
Pennies. Yeah,
We
so
should use the Patreon money.
buy a ranch. I mean, we could buy several acres out there, probably. But the main thing I wanted to bring up is we went to Salvation Mountain, which is this gigantic kind of folk art thing out in the middle of the desert. This guy, Mr. Knight, basically painted this giant rock to tell the story, I think, of the New Testament.
It just ends up being a bunch of Jesus is pure light and he loves and you are loved. It's just that. I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's if it's trying to tell a story, it's mostly Jesus is loving light.
Right. But the thing that I found most interesting, though, is that even in this, ultra anarchist hippie fucking zealot art display in the middle of the desert, even they had a sign that said, "Please wear a face mask." So even the most fucking lawless people on the planet, at least they know what's up.
We to the T. We were like, I'm not gonna try to sneak one without the mask, like sneak a picture without the mask. I'm not gonna try to do it.
Yeah. Well, we heard a TV going from a distant trailer near Salvation Mountain, so I wasn't, I'm not trying to get into it with no person that lives out here. Oh, and then the flamingo guy, that was
right.
That was the highlight. Yeah.
So we drove by that, and there's just all this incredible junk art everywhere.
Slab City.
I mean, Slab City. It's it's crazy. It's like something out of a dream and a video game or something.
Oh, don't the people live out there?
Yeah, they do.
So for people listening, if you're not familiar,
they got no rules in Slab City.
Right. I can drop two references. If you don't know one, you'll probably know the other. One would be the movie Into the Wild. Alex Supertramp in the film and in real life lived out there, I think, for a year or so. It's where he set his car on fire and all that shit. So that's the one thing. The other one, this would be probably more mass appeal. Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5 rather. That area that he lives in, that kind of trailer park in the desert, that is supposed to be the Salton Sea in Slab City. So it looks like that. But anyway,
it's wild.
It's a fun part of the game. I used to always just go and get hit by a train on purpose.
It's
a good time.
There's there's a part of it called East Jesus.
Oh, really?
And we drove by. Yeah, it's all these little miniature. What was it?
Sculpture gardens.
Sculpture garden.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Grand Theft Auto for a second.
No. This is the actual place.
No, this is the real place. Yeah.
And we drive by this place that was
can we talk about Grand Theft Auto?
Sure. Great game.
Yeah, love it. It's the only game I've bought in the last 10 years.
What's the deal with East Jesus?
Well, it's at the sculpture garden, right? And then next to it, because they have all these Slab City Hostel, Slab City.
Essentially everybody out there is running some sort of underground business because there's no laws. You don't have to have a permit to live out there. You can just be like, my house is a bar, and so they
like a public house. Like how that's what that meant, back in the day.
I don't know if they have that fresh a cactus wine.
I just mean that's why these bars are called that, because it used to just be a bar in somebody's house, and it would be a public house. You could just fucking walk in and start drinking.
I didn't know
that's what pub is short for. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
But so it's exactly that. But it would be like a trailer, and it would be like Al's place or whatever. And I guess they just go buy beer from town and then sell it for a little bit more to whoever. But we pulled in, and there was this trailer that was painted hot pink and had it said the flamingo, and had a flamingo's head sort of fashioned sticking out of the top of it. And we pulled in, and we were both just taking a picture of it because we were like, oh, the flamingo, this is fucking crazy. And we were taking a picture, and then a man, how would you describe this person?
This man was very tan, like a hot dog kind of tan.
Lived out in the sun.
Sure, but he was young.
His skin tone I would describe as oh boy Oberto.
Oh boy Oberto for sure. And he had kind of some authentic dreads.
Yeah,
and
just one dread.
It was a couple tied up top, and then he had a purple banana sling going on.
No, it was pink. It was the same
pink?
color as the trailer. Yeah,
maybe
it was flamingo pink.
It was flamingo pink, and he comes out and he beckons us to get out of the car, and River's like, okay, he started driving away. But it was there was someone else over there. That was the bar area.
Yeah, but you told me a funny thing about that, about your friend though, going there, because we went during the day, and during the day. It's not that it's not that it's scary necessarily, especially if you're, two adult dudes, whatever, but I
don't know, that seems scary.
I mean, it's,
I feel like
it's wild.
The Flamingo Bar, they probably buy beer in town and then sell it at a loss just so somebody will talk to you.
When we say bar, we mean
it's a
mattress and under
under some a pile of pallets, it's a bar in the way that the shanty up around the corner is a bar,
is a store.
Kind of looks like that.
The way the garage in this apartment is a
I
saw guys drinking down there again.
Oh yeah, those are the new neighbors in 15.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta go join them and be like, cut that out. But yeah, no. My friend went on her way here. Was gonna stay there at night, and it was apparently just huge mistake. Like they lit out of there like in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Well, because when you
they like drove through and like no.
Well, because it looks like some Mad Max like Outlander shit when you get out there, and like during the day again. Like I said, it's not that it's it's unnerving. Okay, it's not scary necessarily, but you are on your guard in the day for sure.
Yeah.
At night, you cannot see pink banana hammock man creeping up on your car.
They don't have street lights.
There's no lights out there. Yeah, it's the middle of the desert.
So all you can see is that dude's cock and that Speedo.
Shit, if there's a moon in the sky, if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we were lucky enough to see it.
Yeah. Not everybody gets to.
Can you guys rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, we left a very critical Yelp review of Flamingo.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We were Karens about the Flamingo.
I Karened out about yeah. Honestly, I didn't even care about the flamingo thing. I didn't want to wear a mask.
Terry, your fucking nitro truck is double parked.
It would be
the service was terrible.
It would be great if Flamingo was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
When he came out to try to talk to you.
Yeah.
In a way, he was.
It's one of those old classic California Sonora desert dick masks that we all know and love.
People who live out in the middle of nowhere love to be sunburnt.
I don't know if they love it, if they just have to be.
I think you could, there's sunscreen. There's ways to protect yourself.
We were saying like that store at the corner in Nyland must have like that. They must go to that store occasionally.
It's the only thing. Yeah, Nyland, California is where it's like the nearest town, and there's just one store. That's the whole town. This is like a kind of a corner grocery store.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if OC Mart was in the middle of the desert. Like it's just like a little store like that. And I was we were saying like that store has to make so much bank just off of like idiots like us from LA just being like, it's so hot. It's so hot.
That was true. And you were pointing it out too. Like right behind us there's a car of these people who live 5 minutes from here.
The most Silver Lake looking man I've ever seen.
The most Echo Park looking like
just
5 o'clock shadow, but the mustache,
trucker hat, fucking like long hair. He looked pretty much exactly like I looked a month ago.
I'm sure he had like some sort of like collared shirt with the chest hair hanging out situation.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. But they were definitely like, they were going to Nyland for like Gatorades to go check out Slab City.
Yeah. So that's where all their most of their money comes from. People there, Instagram people.
Yeah.
Oh, like you guys,
like us.
Yeah, no, we were totally that, and not like us. We're like they accept us as like residents.
They were going to get Instagram pictures. We were there to get a photograph for Carter's Spotify.
Right. Yeah. It was strictly for the likes. It's different. It's different. I don't do things for clout. I do things for likes. They're
for
different.
Business.
Yeah, business likes equals business. Business equals bookings. Right?
Do you want to do my Zoom show?
You have a Zoom show?
Nah, but I could if you want to do it, man.
Sure. Look, just because everyone's sick or whatever doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to get booked. Right?
I have two fun. These are just headlines. I didn't even print the story because the headline tells you everything you need to know. According to mega conglomerate Unilever, ice cream sales are up and deodorant sales are down.
Classic summer.
That rules.
Deodorant sales.
Because nobody's going to do anything.
No one does anything, so they're not having to buy as much deodorant.
You got to kind of, during these times, you really got to make friends with your scent.
Yeah.
You know
my essence.
Yeah, like I was cool with it before, but it's like it just smells like quarantine in here. Yeah. Not in your room. Your room smells nice. My room smells like quarantine ants.
You got to wash those sheets.
Yeah, boy.
It's hot enough around here that you'll sweat so much.
Yeah, they turn into rags like so quick.
Dude, I know. I get them out of the dryer and I have one night's worth of sleep and then they're all like wrinkled and crunched up in the middle from where my masturbation zone.
Hey, we're not pulling any punches here. That's where the magic happens. All right.
This is the other one. According to data from Nielsen, online sales of alcohol were up 307% from July of last year.
I was wondering, like, are people still getting drunk as hell in quarantine? I think that's
307%.
I think that's why people wander outside because they get so drunk. Like, you know what, man? I don't really think shit's going on out there, dude. I'll be honest with you.
Are they taking pictures of the flamingo?
I'm fucking doing it.
Weed sales too have gone through the roof.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure.
When you don't have anything to do, you're just like, well, we're starting to go into the thing that people in the middle of fucking nowhere do.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what is there to do? I can't go to a movie theater. I can't go to anywhere. I guess I'll just get fucked up.
Oh, dude, we're all going to be Slab City, like, sunburn people.
I'm already there. Miners in West Virginia who do Oxycontin. We're just fucking getting dispensary weed delivered. And
oh, man. At the beginning of quarantine, I thought, like, this is going to take a couple of weeks.
Dude, me too.
So I was like, I'm going to keep my piss clean for a job that comes along. And now, like, we're into the new reality. But it is very. I went today. It's very convenient.
Yeah, every day I wake up still stoned from the night before. That's how high I get now. My throat gets sore because I smoke so much, and I think I have COVID because I'm paranoid from the weed I smoke.
There comes a point where, like, I'll smoke so much, I'll get like. I can't not only speak to others, but like I don't have internal dialogue anymore either.
That's being high, baby. That's why you do it.
So your brain it just goes blank.
I just like it's just like fuzzy pillow blank, and like I haven't been that way I haven't been that way in a while.
You're just at cruising altitude.
I'm trying to keep it at cruising altitude. I'm trying to like move about the cockpit, but I'm not trying to like jump out of the fucking plane.
And I didn't understand it until I moved here, but the weed out here is so much better than other places.
It is.
It's like people say that, California weed. You don't know until you come out here and smoke some shit that fucking, like you said, you lose your internal monologue. Nothing happens. If you try to talk, it doesn't work.
You're just like someone is playing a video game somewhere, and I'm watching it through my head camera.
I feel like every person who's come to visit from back east or down south, me, if they're into weed, will have gotten a hold of it and then done too much at some point on their trip.
It's like part of it. It's part of the visit.
Like my friends will come here and they like, the package says take one bite of the cookie, and then all of a sudden they look at me and they're just like, we gotta go. It's like, what happens? Like, I ate the whole cookie. Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
you gotta work up to that.
Get ready to be in a tiny room with no air conditioning.
It's like a RPG, you can't do level 20 when you're at level 6. You can't use a level 20 item,
Oh, I thought you meant it was like RPG, like a rocket propelled grenade.
Oh yeah, that's not until level 5 when you need it to blow apart walls and shit.
That'd be bad if weed was comparable to a projectile explosive device.
Dude, what does that weed make you feel like? Makes me feel like I just killed an infidel. That's what makes me feel like I'm going to heaven, baby.
36 Mafia have a song about Bin Laden weed.
Oh yeah,
that's the name of the weed.
Yeah, you get really paranoid that everyone's after you.
Well, they've run out of weed.
That's why I get
names.
like the popsicle names, like Orange Sherbert. That sounds very unthreatening.
Sherbert.
Yeah, I want like baby cuddles.
Dude, I got some ice cream cake right now.
The ice cream cake. I got wedding cake,
that stuff's good too.
Oh man, when I first moved here, the guy I lived with, he gave me some. I looked on the bottle and it said wedding cake, and I was like, dun, 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 dun. I'm so sad.
And then you smoked it, and all those thoughts went away.
Oh yeah,
and were replaced by nothing.
I smoked it, and I was like, "There's a pool at this apartment complex. That's cool.
I get it. My head feels like a cake.
It's like delicious icing.
My brain is icing. Or is my brain the cherries?
And I will say, I've only bought weed once during quarantine. I bought alcohol at stores, but it's uncomfortable.
307% more than normal.
300% more. Well, people aren't thrilled to be buying alcohol at a 7-Eleven.
No.
Like, people at the weed store are happy. Like, everyone's really like doing the social distancing thing, not doing the kind of like people wearing masks but jutting out in front of you and shit.
Well, they're not. That's the thing. You can rest assured that a weed store is going to be very, very safe because they are not trying to do anything to piss off cops or anything.
That's true.
They don't want any extra eyes on their shit, so they're going to be really fucking careful. They're going to.
The cops look at the Yelp reviews of those places with a fine-tooth comb.
Oh yeah, they're not giving them an excuse. They're going to Clorox wipe the shit out of every surface in that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
They're going to fog it down with Germ-X.
I used to go to an illegal dispensary where when you would leave...
Whereas it used to be known on drug dealers.
No, this was a building in L.A.
Hi, welcome to Illegal Target.
It was the Cannabis Church of Hollywood.
Okay.
Well, that sounds
Well,
illegal.
that's the whole thing. It's illegal. Church and state are separate.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be a loophole where if you were a member of a certain religion, and that religion,
we're like Rastafari or something.
and that religion was like part of it was using weed. You would like sign a paper that says you're part of it, and then you could just buy weed.
So it's like those clubs in the South where it's like, well, if you're a member, we can stay open till 5 a.m.
Exactly.
Fucking War Eagle Supper Club, motherfucker.
Exactly. But like this place was it would get so packed. And like when it got really busy, they would like it was the store policy to light a joint and just pass it down the line. So
in
all
the store,
yeah, it was so illegal. You like, like
just for fire ordinances and
yeah.
shit.
And then like when you would leave, you'd get the choice of a free joint or you could take a dab in the store, also completely illegal. And so
can you keep the joint for later?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I didn't want it to be like prove you're not a cop kind of thing.
That's what I was immediately thinking it was.
Yeah.
Hit this joint right now, pussy.
Hit this gator tail, narc.
Yeah.
You're a narc.
You fucking cop.
But they would like give you a dab, and there was never enough people to actually like give you the free dab, so they would call the security guy over. So some guy with a giant gun on his hip would just give you a dab, and before you'd hit it, they'd like put alcohol on a paper towel and like wipe it over the top.
Whoa.
These people are not about social distance. Like not like you had to be, but it was still like I'd like hit the joint they passed down the line, but at the same time I'd be thinking like I just hit a joint with several motherfuckers I do not know at all. And I'm gonna definitely put my mouth on that bong rig later. Because the joints they give out suck.
Oh man,
How are the dabs?
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
I used to go to some guy's house.
Yeah, me too.
And I used to go to a lot of people's houses.
People used to come to my house.
And this guy would be like, you want to take it? Every time I'd buy weed from him, I'd be like, do you want to take a dab? And I would be like, not really. I want to drive home.
Dude, I would fucking walk out of that dispensary so fucking high that I would like blink my eye, and I would like be walking home, and I'd like blink my eyes. It's like 45 minutes later, and I was like, I guess I'm home now. I just like,
God, yeah.
I know I remember all that stuff, but I couldn't tell you anything.
Like
I
experience
thought
like
of.
time loss, like it was an alien abduction.
Yeah, for real. Like I was like, oh, I remember crossing the 101, and
When did I get married?
yeah.
Where are my pants?
This is not my beautiful house.
This is not my beautiful wife. What am I doing on the top of this building?
It's like the equivalent of going to a restaurant and filling up on bread. You know, you take that dab and you don't even want to smoke when you get home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going groceries. Yeah, eating a loaf of bread before you go to the grocery store. You don't want anything.
But you got. Well, yeah, you're
That's
right.
the best part of going to the grocery store, though. If you go hungry, you'll wind up with shit you don't even want.
That's the
Why
crazy
did they get
thing.
chocolate covered bananas?
I swear to God, dude.
I don't like chocolate or bananas.
I get that.
If I go to the grocery store full, I end up leaving and forgetting stuff. Whereas if I'm hungry, I will like scan every fucking aisle and just be like, yeah, dude.
See,
the
I look at it too, like as
yeah.
forgetting stuff. I'm like, I forgot to get
I
like
don't
white chocolate chips.
My thing is like if I go hungry, I inevitably buy too much shit. But if I go full, I don't buy enough.
Yeah.
And so,
I'll just get like just like a jug of water, alkaline water, and some bread.
Yeah,
and that's it. I
well,
guess.
and it's funny because that
Some
whole
flint.
that yeah, flint and steel. In case you need to start a fire.
Yeah, axe.
But that whole thing of like, oh, you gotta get don't go to the grocery store hungry only applies if you're buying like perishable things like bread. Like, oh, I was so fucking hungry, I bought like 7 loaves of bread and like 45 green peppers, and it's like, well, that was dumb. But I eat mostly shit that's frozen, so like, I can afford to go to the grocery store hungry and buy a bunch of all home style chicken fries.
River.
I didn't actually buy those.
Honestly,
I was recycling one of my jokes from Instagram because they have the chicken fries. It says home style.
I know.
And
Yeah,
it's
just like
home style pink slime.
yeah,
like they used to make on the range.
yeah. It's like
If take the old chicken eyes and assholes and put them through a meat grinder.
You liquefy them.
they're home style, just like Mama used to make.
Yeah, I remember hearing the chickens screaming well into the night as their assholes and eyes were moist.
Do you still hear the chicken screaming, Clarice?
He's a naughty boy, Clarice.
Your cheap bag and what does he say? Your good bag and cheap perfume. That's what this. I've got this story, and it's this shit is insane. So Monday, Donald Trump Jr. was banned from Twitter for 12 hours after sharing a debunked claim that hydroxychloroquine is a miracle cure for COVID-19, and there's no need to wear masks or implement social distancing.
All right.
I heard that.
Well, this is what I want to say. I think Donald Trump Jr. would be a good name for the cat.
No. Hell no. Keep that name away from that beautiful animal.
What about Donald Trump III?
There we go. Baron. Baron is innocent. Protect Baron.
I'll hook up Baron with the occasional saucer of milk, but Baron's not coming in the house.
Do you think they keep pushing this drug as they just want people to think there's a cure?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Yeah.
Maybe it's a placebo.
To put out the idea to people like, hey, there is something coming.
Yeah.
Your government has been working hard on this.
But then it makes them look stupid to be like, yeah, there's this thing that works, and you can't get it. Well, neither can most people.
This story that I'm about to read is truly just unhinged, and it's a thing that I want everyone to keep in mind, that had this happened, 12 years ago, this is the sort of thing that would have ruined a political career for being associated with a person like this. And now it's just like, oh man, that's crazy. Okay, so they pulled Donald Trump Jr. off Twitter for 12 hours. He's back now. This was Monday. Twitter said the president's son was punished for violating its terms that bars users from spreading false medical advice about the pandemic. Trump had posted a video by Dr. Stella Emanuel. Trump Jr. declared the video of Emanuel's a, quote, must watch. So that leads to the question, who is Stella Emanuel? She is a Houston-based pediatrician and a religious minister with a history of making bizarre claims about medical topics and other issues.
Right.
So,
as you want your doctor to do.
Right.
Your doctor who specifically works on your child.
The adjective I want in my doctor's profile is bizarre. That is really
eccentric. Byzantine.
I don't want bizarre in my doctor's description unless he's talking about his favorite rapper.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
D12, baby.
Yeah.
Guy with the shower cap, and he's fat, and he's got tattoos and no shirt. Fucking
Hell
rules.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that guy.
For instance, Emmanuel has often claimed that gynecological problems like ovarian cysts are in fact caused by people having sex in their dreams with demons and witches. Quote,
that's why I don't do it.
Quote, we call them cysts, but most of them are evil deposits from spirit husbands. Which,
so it's because women are too horny when they sleep.
That's literally it. Is she's saying that in your dreams you are susceptible to fucking a devil?
Yeah.
And that's why you have...
It's called the vapors.
Yeah, that's why you have ovarian cysts.
She came up with this concept because that's what happens in her dream.
Yeah, it's always that. People always telling themselves with the shit they hate.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, these gay guys with their hot chests, their
chiseled abs,
and their fucking lantern jaws, the fucking bullshit. Like,
I just don't want to see it because when I see it, ooh,
yeah. I mean, I just don't.
What am I supposed to do?
Look,
I just leaving my family who I don't love.
Look, I mean, God forbid if he comes over and talks to me and asks me how I feel about my feelings, that would piss me off, and I cannot abide.
Have you ever met somebody who, when you bring up anything with gay people, like if you talk about two gay people in a relationship or something, they'll just go, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's like,
right.
you're not supposed to think about them having gay sex when it's brought up. You're not supposed to immediately think about that.
Yeah, if somebody's like, yeah, him and his husband did blah, 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 I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, whatever.
And then you say it to some bigot, and they immediately imagine those two guys having sex. That's like their first step.
I used to know this guy who was like, he couldn't eat hot dogs.
Oh, dude, that's
And
so
like well
fucking
into
good.
adulthood.
No nanners, no popsicles, no hot dogs. I'm Terrence.
And yeah, it's like that joke in Superbad, but like for real. Like he felt weird holding remote controls.
What?
It's like, do you just see dicks everywhere?
Dude, I
Like,
love
has he ever been to a concert and it's just like someone playing a dick with strings on it and like
singing into a dick.
singing into a dick?
That would be hilarious. What a hilarious way to live your life.
Yeah.
Just everything. You're like, like
Like some
that's what
doctor's
happens
like it's
in
an
my
actual
dream.
condition. Yeah, everything turns into dicks. Yeah, I have that dream too.
all the time.
And the one where I'm falling.
falling into a pit of dicks. And they're all coming.
But they're making like sneeze noises when they come. Like, achoo! Does that mean you have COVID?
Emmanuel's bizarre medical ideas don't stop with demon sex. In a 2015 sermon that laid out a supposed Illuminati plan hatched by a, quote, witch to destroy the world using abortion, gay marriage, and children's toys,
Nice
among
try,
other things.
witch.
Emmanuel claimed that DNA from space aliens is currently being used in medicine.
Oh, wow. Which aliens?
Quote, they're using all kinds of DNA, even alien DNA, to treat people, Emmanuel said. Her website offers a prayer to remove a generational curse originally received from an ancestor, but transmitted, in Emmanuel's telling, through the placenta.
I'll do it for half the price. A quarter of the price.
You can't beat these deals, folks.
Emmanuel claimed in another 2015 sermon posted that scientists had plans to install microchips in people and develop a, quote, vaccine to make it impossible to become religious.
No, that's true.
Okay.
That's true. We all know that's true.
That vaccine might save the world.
Yeah. We call it the anti-war vaccine.
No, you're supposed to respect people who believe stupid shit's in the sky.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's wrong to not do that.
It is.
Quote, they found the gene in somebody's mind that makes you religious so they can vaccinate against it. I wish that was true. God.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's wishful thinking.
That's all fucking amazing. In her 2015 sermon on the Illuminati's supposed agenda to bring down the United States, Emmanuel argues that a wide variety of toys, books, and TV shows, from Pokemon, which she declared, quote, Eastern demons,
I could see that. I could see that, actually.
to
Nice, subtly racist jab.
to Harry Potter and the Disney Channel shows Wizards of Waverly Place and That's So Raven, which I don't think has a magical element. I believe it's just because Raven Simone is gay, right?
Yes.
That's why it's a
Harry
witch
Potter,
show.
as she calls them, limey demons.
All of these Disney shows were part of a scheme to introduce children to spirits and witches. Emmanuel warned that the Disney Channel show Hannah Montana was a gateway to evil because its character had a, quote, alter ego.
Miley Cyrus.
It's weird that you can publicly believe this stuff and still have a like doctor,
A medical license, yeah.
How do they only take it away if you like kill people? Like if you advise people to do stuff that will kill them. Is that not the same thing?
Yeah.
Do you have to be holding a fucking scalpel to a jugular to lose your medical license?
This is like a Dr. Gonzo kind of
God.
situation.
I love this. She has claimed that the schools teach children to meditate so that they can, quote, meet with demons.
Right?
Which, again, sounds fucking
Schools teach
awesome.
kids to meditate?
Huh? I guess in Texas, maybe? Yeah.
Sometimes now they do.
Yeah, that's-
Well,
that's a new
they
thing.
are the same people that freaked out when they were trying to teach yoga in gym class.
Yeah, I believe they
Oh, wow.
banned it in Alabama.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they banned
Oh,
yoga
Jesus.
because they thought you might get into polytheism, I guess.
Right.
I-
You might calm down and realize it.
Yeah, we don't want nobody worshiping Krishna and farting into yoga pants.
Trying to feel all complete and at one with themselves and shit.
Letting go of toots and talking about Ganesh.
Now, see, there's a guy up in the sky and he's watching everybody who art not get with each other.
How are you stretching?
Yeah.
No, you do a touch your toes football stretch.
Yeah.
There's no rising sun.
That's a 3-point stance there, son. All right. Now do it a little slower. I'm going to see how your hammies are looking.
It's dark-sided.
In this sermon, this is fucking awesome. I love this. In this sermon, Emmanuel preserved special vitriol for the Magic 8-Ball, a toy that can be shaken up to reveal any answer. Emmanuel claims that the Magic 8-Ball toy was in fact a scheme to get children to use witchcraft. Quote, "The 8-Ball was a psychic," she said.
These are the kind of Christians that like hate the Ouija board.
Yeah.
You know?
I like how, just that sentence structure too. 8-Ball still exists.
Yeah, that's
the 8-Ball was a psychic.
It was a psychic.
It's
Yeah.
an inanimate object.
Yeah, that you could probably only buy in like novelty stores at this point.
Maybe get 6 answers out of it.
Right,
And
right.
they all are just yes, no, or I don't know.
Right.
Did you ever remember an answer from a Magic 8-Ball and being like, it was right?
Dude, I lived my whole life off what the 8-Ball said. I ran away from home.
I'm always going from 8-Ball to 8-Ball, brother. You know what I mean? I love cocaine.
Emmanuel recently gave a now viral speech on the steps of the United States Supreme Court at the, quote, White Coat Summit, a gathering of a handful of doctors who call themselves, quote, America's frontline doctors, and dispute the medical consensus on COVID. The event was organized by the right-wing group Tea Party Patriots, which is, of course, backed by wealthy Republican donors. In her speech, Emmanuel alleges that she has successfully treated hundreds of patients with hydroxychloroquine. Quote, "Nobody needs to get sick. The virus has a cure." Towards the end of her speech, the event's organizers and participants can be seen trying to get her away from the microphone.
And another thing.
So even the Tea Party Patriots, the most craven ghouls of our country, are like, okay, lady, that's all right.
Hey, we're trying to scam people here, but you're just telling outright lies. It's very obvious.
You're speaking into a microphone. You're going to get us sued.
And she's always like, and eating batteries cures cancer. And they're like, no. Okay.
Oh, God.
So as they said, there's a cure. Open everything up. Open up all the bars. There's a cure now. So we're all good.
I would be shocked if she had over 100 patients. As her claim of she's
Now with
cured,
this kind of
she's cured hundreds of people with it.
Yeah,
You're a pediatrician.
Well, what it sounds like is that her church and her doctor's office are next door to each other in the same strip mall in Houston. So I think it's probably 1-to-1. It's all the same people. I don't think there's people coming in and out of either.
So she runs a church where she collects tithings from people, and then she also charges them for medical
To
services.
fix their kids, I guess. So yeah, this is the video that Trump shared, by the way, of her like, all right, Lainey. Emmanuel's video was embraced by the Trumps, conservative student group Turning Point USA, but both Facebook and Twitter eventually deleted videos of Emmanuel's speech, citing rules against COVID-19 disinformation. Emmanuel responded in her own way, and this is outstanding, declaring that Jesus would destroy Facebook servers if her videos weren't restored to the platform.
destroy.
This is her quote.
Just like the markets and the temple.
Yeah, Jesus is going to flip the tables at Zuckerberg's house.
That's right.
Yeah, you were thieves in my father's servers. This is her quote. "Hello, Facebook. Put back my profile page and videos up, or your computers will start crashing till you do. You are not bigger, that God. I promise you, if my page is not back up, Facebook will be down in Jesus' name." That's the exact quote. That's what she typed.
That's like a comment on a trap song.
Oh,
or
we
something.
might have a few of those. She might have commented later on
They
the.
say doctors' handwritings are bad, but so are their spelling
mouth-
and grammar.
Their mouth makings also bad.
Too busy opening arteries in the heart through surgery.
Despite appearing in Washington, D.C. to lobby Congress on Monday, Emmanuel has said that the government is not run by humans, but instead by reptilians and other aliens.
She's a reptile person.
Fuck yes, she is.
There we
These are people that are ruling this nation. This is a quote. Quote, "These are people that are ruling this nation that are not even human." So Emmanuel said in a 2015 sermon that she'd had a conversation with a, quote, reptile spirit that she described as half human, half E.T.
So not even like doing like the Men in Black, like breathe with another set of gills thing. Like this, it just was E.T.
That's
but
what
wearing clothes.
I was imagining it's from the video Stone Cold E.T. It's just a guy just being like,
burgers with
lady, you sound fucking nuts. Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell. He's cooking his distended little belly on a rock.
Lady, let me impregnate you with my demon seed. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna cure COVID.
Now Emmanuel is angling for the key rite of passage for any budding MAGA world personality, a visit to the Trump White House. Late Monday night, Emmanuel tweeted that she was open to meeting with the president. Quote, Mr. President, I am in town and I am available. I will love to meet with you. Emmanuel is a registered physician in Texas, according to a Texas Medical Board database, and operates a medical clinic out of a strip mall that is located next door to her church, Firepower Ministries. Emmanuel was born in Cameroon and received her medical degree, supposedly, in Nigeria. So that's who Donald Trump Jr. is like retweeting. And this is what I'm saying. Like, Obama had to disown his pastor, Jeremiah Wright, for like 12 years ago. That guy has, time has really borne him out, I will say.
Obama's previous pastor?
Jeremiah Wright. Dear Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
Governments fail. The government in this text, comprised of Caesar, Quirinius, Pontius Pilate, Pontius Pilate. The Roman government failed. The British government failed. The Japanese government failed. The German government failed. And the United States of America government, when it came to treating her citizens of Indian descent fairly, she failed. She put them on reservations. When it came to treating her citizens of Japanese descent fairly, she failed. She put them in internment prison camps. When it came to treating the citizens of African descent fairly, America failed. She put them in chains. The government put them on slave quarters, put them on auction blocks, put them in cotton fields, put them in inferior schools, put them in substandard housing, put them in scientific experiments, put them in the lowest paying jobs, put them outside the equal protection of the law, kept them out of their racist bastions of higher education, and locked them into positions of hopelessness and helplessness. The government gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a 3-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America? No. Not God Bless America. God damn America, that's in the Bible, for killing innocent people. God damn America, for treating her citizens as less than human. God damn America, as long as she tries to act like she is God and she is supreme.
God damn America, that's in the Bible.
Yeah.
No, we're the greatest country ever.
And these colors don't run,
You know
brother.
the competition to determine the best country? We win that every year.
Yeah, it's a competition we set up and we judge.
Well, I just thought that the other day. I was like, all these people that claim America's the best, like, where did they get the idea they needed to do that from? It's just like suggestion from other dumbasses.
Right.
And they never actually think about what that would entail. It's like, why do you think that? Because freedom.
This is my most elitist thought, but it's not for nothing.
This is the place for it.
It's not for nothing. Only 42% of Americans have a passport. As opposed to like Australia, which is like high 70s, like 79%.
Well, you got to get the fuck out of Australia.
Well, but you know what I mean? You got to get the fuck out of America.
But also
think
about the fucking wealth gap in America.
Sure. But
There's a lot of people that can't even afford to get on a plane in this country.
No. That's why I said I up top said that this is sort of
that part.
This is sort of an elitist thought, but also that's not to say there aren't a bunch of people who are like, I mean, we could go to France, but fucking Epcot, they got France in Epcot.
Yeah.
That reminds me of my friends growing up when they'd be like, man, I've been to other places, but Austin is the nicest place I've ever been. It's like, no, you just like it because you're comfortable there and all your friends live there.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Change. Yeah. I don't want to get 3 hours away. Come on.
Meeting people?
Pressing it,
No.
pushing it.
Yeah.
There's traffic there. No.
Oh, well, speaking of overseas, I got one more thing, and then we can land this damn plane with the jam of the day. But this shit,
sure.
This is at least 1/8 of my ancestral homeland. I had an ancestor come from Minsk, Belarus. Belarus.
Where's that?
Belarus, a former Soviet bloc country, Eastern Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, Samuel Dutka immigrated. That's my great grandfather or something. That's the Russian.
Are you part Russian?
I'm Russian, Polish, and then 3/4 dirt floor cracker.
Okay.
But yeah, so back in March, Belarusian president since 1994 and in no way dictator Alexander Lukashenko stated that concerns about the pandemic were, quote, a frenzy of psychosis, and which sounds like a fucking badass metal band.
Yeah, or at least an album.
Frenzy of psychosis.
Yeah.
Sounds like a username on YouTube.
Frenzy of Psychosis 69.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Okay, so concerns about the pandemic were a, quote, frenzy and psychosis, and that working the tractors, drinking vodka, and going to the saunas could prevent people from getting COVID.
Just the most open, wettest, closest things.
Working
closed in, wet, hot.
Working the tractors is such a fucking funny, like, former Russian bloc. Like, he's, you know,
One day he will work tractor.
You will work the tractors.
It's also just like, okay, guys, listen, you need to go back to work, and we're going to tell you, you have to. And not only do you have to, it's going to make you feel good.
You know, this is good for COVID. Back-breaking labor.
Vodka. Oh, he gets there. This guy is like a dear leader in Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Massive alcohol consumption.
Lukashenko said on March 16th, quote, people are working in tractors. This sounds like Trump, by the way. People are working in tractors. No one's talking about the virus. The tractor will heal everyone. The fields heal everyone. That is the most like Russian shit, but it's also like Trump vamping almost.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, it's like, you know what'll kill this? If we kill this darn laziness.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
It sounds like a fucking farmer from Kentucky wrote a poem.
Yeah. Nothing cures the COVID blues like a day of butter churning.
Day's work.
The
digging
field.
Up rutabagas.
The field cures all.
The field cures all. Wink.
The field and a little bit of Meemaw's rhubarb pie. He said, quote, I don't drink, but recently I've been saying that people should not only wash their hands with vodka, but also poison the virus with it. You should drink the equivalent of 50 milliliters of rectified spirits daily.
How much is that?
In Belarus, essentially, it's like, just do what you're already doing, please.
50 milliliters.
Well, a regular bottle's like $7.50.
I mean, it's a shot, essentially.
Shot?
1.5 ounces. So that'd be like a shot. So it's not like he's telling you to drink a crazy amount. In fact, I think the next quote he says,
you got to wake up for tractor duty.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it says, you should drink 40 to 50 milliliters daily, but he advised against doing so while at work in the fields. Quote,
right.
If a person stays positive, they will be healthy, the fuckface dictator said. Lukashenko went on to brag that no one would die from coronavirus in Belarus as he went on to not lock down the country, but he also continued to play ice hockey regularly as the disease spread across the world. So you can find pictures of this guy. He's got his big fat face and his huge like Stalin mustache crammed into a little tiny hockey helmet. It's hilarious. So in early May, Belarus was reported to have 15,000 diagnosed cases, one of the higher per capita rates of infection in Eastern Europe. And does anybody want to guess what happened yesterday?
They peaked?
No, he got COVID.
That's because he wasn't in the fucking field. He's sitting in his office.
Did he hit the tractor yesterday?
No, he was writing press releases.
He was writing press releases.
And he also doesn't
hockey.
drink. He does not drink. Remember that fact?
Yeah. He didn't drink. He didn't work the fields. He just played hockey, and now he's got COVID.
Well, if he had been taking shots of vodka and getting on a, big turbine or something, he would have been...
I'm from Texas, so taking shots and riding a John Deere is pretty much, how you grow up.
Yeah.
Well,
at a certain age, you can't maintain that balance. You just fall into the tractor.
Yeah.
And that's it. We lose a lot of people that way where I'm from.
So he's got COVID.
Yeah, so he's got COVID now. So now it's him and Bolsonaro. It's everybody, but Trump is like Trump's that golden goose.
I think
with the
he's
COVID.
got it.
Or maybe he had it. Or
maybe
something.
he had it. Or
yeah.
I hate to be like that person. Like maybe he had it in December.
Yeah.
He would never admit it.
No.
Because then he would have to admit it's a problem.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of doing that now. There was some press conference he said his quote from today was something to the effect of, he's like, look, I mean, no one likes me.
Really?
Yeah, he's kind of.
Do you really not like me?
I like really.
You
It's
think I'm
getting
even
to that
funny
point.
anymore?
It's really getting to that point.
Come on.
It's so crazy.
Well, that's what you do after you alienate every single person is you blame them.
Yeah.
Or after you scare everyone who's already the most scared populace ever.
Yeah.
You continue to scare them with your ineptitude.
Yeah,
You can't be like, come on, you don't even think it's funny when I'm like, money, money, money.
Yeah.
Come on. You hate me.
So it sort of is curious. A man works for us, with us very closely, Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, also highly thought of. And yet they're highly thought of, but nobody likes me. It can only be my personality, that's all.
Oh, God. Well,
That's what I say when I'm bombing. What did I do to you?
No, I'm using the rest of my time, okay?
You didn't like my...
I'm not kidding off.
You don't like my joke about pussy holes? Why?
I worked on it all day.
but working in the pussy mines for hours.
I love... she knows what I'm talking about.
It's classic.
Just if a single person laughs at your joke.
Uh-huh.
She gets it. You get it.
That's the equivalent of getting 2 likes on something.
But then she knows what I'm talking about. Guaranteed laugh. Every time. Guaranteed crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you fellas ready for Biker Week, Road Wild Jam of the Day?
Sure am.
I
Yeah.
want to talk more about me doing stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
go for it.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, in that case, gentlemen, let's get our motor running.
Nice.
Head out on the highway. We were talking about the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally yesterday, and got me to thinking. We played Glenn Frey, a little bit of a boomer anthem, but
Sure.
I think this song might be the boomer song. This is what every like when those guys are, like when those people came out of their mansion in St. Louis and pointed guns at those protesters, this was playing in their heads.
Yeah,
Just fucking,
totally.
it's
Absolutely.
just fucking angry.
This or Foghat.
Yeah, this or Slow Ride. Slow Ride's a little chill. Maybe Fool for the City or one of their working on a night shift. Yeah.
We're gonna hold down the land, man.
That's what this is. This is like the ultimate, independent, I don't fucking need anybody.
Yeah,
There's no COVID.
Yeah, this is like a boomer Bud Light, huge pool revolution song.
Yeah.
Can I just guess that this is full of people proclaiming about them being wild?
Yeah, of course. Well, and I had to sift through, literally hundreds of comments where people were like, when I hear this song, I think about being on my motorcycle on the open road. And we're like, yeah, man, that's what everyone thinks about.
When I grab those gloves from Dick's Sporting Goods and I drive my motorcycle
I tell my
for
wife
30 minutes before I go home.
When I leave my dentist office.
I tell my wife, do you want anything from the grocery store? As I will be stopping there on my way home.
These are the best of Steppenwolf, Born to Be Wild. Roger Pete from 4 months ago, when I first heard this song, my life began. Now I rent out a basement bed. I guess I love smoking lightning too much.
Damn, what does that mean?
In the song, he says, I like smoking lightning, heavy metal thunder, but, hippies are like, he says, I like smoking lightning, man.
Hey, man, back then we just smoked the stems.
They did. That's why their fucking heads are full of racism now.
Dude, we'd roll up joints looking like straight bird nests, bro.
Dude, I'd roll a joint that'd be like a bag of microwave popcorn. Just pop, 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 pop.
Yes, sir. And now I
Just
now
hit
I like
straight seeds.
we just hit straight seed gravities.
Seed gravities.
Now I go to Panera Bread with the family on Sunday.
Cardlemore from 4 years ago. As American as it can be. Number 1, rock and roll. Number 2, American muscle cars. Number 3, barely 18-year-old sexy girls.
Oh, God, yeah. Number 4, Titleist golf clubs. Number 5, child pornography.
Number 6, a very good lawyer.
Number 7, my friend Terry. He's got a cool gun that we get to shoot sometimes. DNGR 42.
That's danger for anybody listening.
Oh, sorry. Danger. Oh, yeah.
Good vanity plate.
This is from 4 weeks ago. If reading these accurate, he's here. I found him. I just hope it's not too late. No.
The Steppenwolf?
That's a classic. I just huffed lighter fluid and logged onto YouTube.
Oh, there were some good
That's
ones
the beginning
of
of a screenplay, and then in the comments, someone left a warning.
Vibes from 2 months ago.
Vibe? He's back? Damn, but dude, the vibe is live.
I don't even know if I mentioned that on this podcast. I was listening to some true crime podcast, and they kept going, her boyfriend Vibe was the last one to see him alive, and it was taking me right out of all the spooky.
I'd like to think that vibe is like a running theme throughout all these stories. He's just in all of them.
Vibe from 2 months ago. Imagine Steppenwolf arriving on the Earth for the first time, and this song starts playing. Chills.
Wait, what? Read that again. I'm so confused by that.
Imagine Steppenwolf arriving on the Earth for the first time, and this song starts playing. Chills.
That makes no sense.
I think they're trying to say that the band Steppenwolf maybe is from outer space.
Yeah, the first time they landed on Earth, man. This guy's like sitting in his like McLaren in his like garage, staring at like a poster of Farrah Fawcett, and he's like, "They were just from outer space, brother."
I bet he's fucking sitting in an old lazy boy with a lot of tears. And he's in a garage. That's my guess.
Smoking stems out of a can.
Yeah, he's still, dude. He smokes for the headache, not to get high.
All these people are addicted to mids.
Old people love shitty weed.
Oh yeah.
Old people will be like, I don't like that new weed. It gets you too high. I've heard so many old people.
I hear it all the
that.
time too. It's like, yeah, it's just because you're addicted to mids.
Yeah.
You love mids.
The Livid Imp from a year ago. The 2019 politically correct version is titled "Born to Be Mild." I'm implying the.
Am I right? Yeah. I guess now you can't say anything. Now you can't say "born to be wild." People wouldn't be able to take it.
Yeah.
Here's how I would do that. This song would be called "Born to Be Mild." She knows what I'm talking about.
Am I right?
It's a joke that would only work if delivered by Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
Because he would just stare at you and be like,
born to be mild. Right? I tell you.
Yeah.
I'd wager he couldn't even get that one to work.
Yeah.
It'd be a tough crowd.
Bobby Hill Lane from a year ago. The point of this song is don't be stupid, but live life. Take a minute to remember the thousands of men who died in Vietnam. I don't think that's the point of this.
No, it's about being wild. It's about motorcycling. That's it. Yeah, it's like the Walter Sobchak thing in Big Lebowski. As so many men of his time passed.
What the fuck does this have to do with Vietnam?
Not all this shit has to do with Vietnam. This is like the flashback comment section, though. This is not like, I was taking pills and I miss my son. He is dead.
By my own hands.
By my own hand.
I miss you, Jimmy. We used to listen to this in the truck.
I miss you, little Tyler. I'm sorry for doing all that heroin.
Yeah, sorry I flipped the go-kart and your head fell off.
Yeah, this is just like, hey, bring back all the POWs from Vietnam. You know what I'm saying?
This guy definitely ain't limping with the biscuit.
That's right.
Sure. Alex J. Kazama from a week ago. When my karate teacher put this song at the dojo, he trained our asses like there was not tomorrow. He felt like a real G.
How old is this guy?
I don't know.
He felt like a real... This guy could be anywhere from 12 to like 86. Like
he says his karate teacher.
He was a real G.
Yeah.
Karate teacher is like his therapist who's like teaching him how to float in a pool. And he put on Born to Be Wild. And I was like, you're far out, brother.
Oh, he's going to work us today.
And he's going to work us, boys.
Yeah, what did he say? He trained our asses like there was not tomorrow.
How old is this person?
There are an awful lot of smiling and crying emojis in there, so maybe young. I would assume young.
12-year-old kid.
He said G, too.
Yeah, he said he felt like a real G. But then that makes him our age.
Old guy thing to
that
do.
makes him our age.
Or 40.
Yeah, or older.
That old guy heard nothing but a G thing like fucking 25 years ago, and he's been popping up on this comment now.
This one is very conceptual. I love it. Jaden Allegre from 5 months ago. Ooh. I feel like raising and falling in an elevator at full speed while listening to this.
So
that person got way too high.
I feel like they're on like the Disney Haunted Mansion ride.
Yeah, the Tower of Terror or something. But he says he feels like raising at full speed, meaning like I want to be pressed into the floor.
Sounds like a San Francisco psychedelic band lyric from the 60s or something. Rising and falling in elevators at an incredible speed.
Okay, now here's let's let the pillheads in right quick.
Yes,
Devin,
please.
I
saw this bound by the shore.
This is my favorite CD to snort Xanax off of.
I was drunk as hell, and I missed my dead mom.
Well, this one's Devin Mama P from 3 months ago. Big Bang Theory of evolution and the way they can be a good thing. I can get the chance to the dark side of the moon. Just a man and woman who is this the other day. 66666 years old. My way back from, and then incredibly there is one comma in the wrong place. But dear Lord, on my way back from, comma, the way they are 9.
Is this just broken English, or is this...
I think it's just madness, dude.
Just madness?
Yeah.
I saw a crazy Twitter earlier that was just nonsense. And you look at it and you're like, is this person doing this on purpose? You really can't tell. Like, this person may have been like high as hell, like, it'd be funny just to write a nonsense post. But in reality, this person's probably sick in the head and on drugs.
Yeah.
This is why you check those things before you get a roommate.
Yeah.
You always check.
Check their YouTube profile.
Keith Stroop from a month ago. As a fact, the imposter has a cosmetic suit. Looks similar to me. They're NAACP liars. The imposter world same exact tattoo artwork isn't a public eye with stir mix. Family? False. I'd stir mix thieves, facto men's, gave Ben, made money from picket back to same pocket.
This is word salad. Just straight word salad.
At
first I thought it was like still some more like, like downtown Roanoke, Virginia, jambalaya fest type of guy, but like, no, this is just word. It's just word goop.
Lacquerhead, baby. Oof.
I really do think they start writing a comment and then they get distracted by something and they're like, oh yeah, I was writing a comment for that song. And then they just start again, not realizing they've alrady written something.
I had a great thought earlier.
That happens like 8 times.
Snakeskin corn wallet.
This guy.
I guess this is just like one of those shithead songs that this is a shithead song from back when. There's a shithead classic.
I mean, yeah. Din Djarin from 7 months ago. This is toxic masculinity at its best. Back when rockers had balls, guts,
he meant it's like
and
a good
passion.
thing.
He means it's a good thing. Yeah. Back when rockers had balls, guts, and passion. Not the soy boy singers of today singing about their makeup or whatever the hell they are singing about. I can't figure out what they're singing about. Cheating on their boy toys, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure, and I don't care either. Listen to the guitar, the drums, the keyboards. Let the toxic masculinity overflow you. Immerse yourself. The song energizes you. Can you feel it? Yeah, I never want to die.
Too long.
After you hear the song, you might feel like getting on a motorbike and hitting the road, ready for anything. Or you feel like fighting someone.
This guy definitely just got into an online argument where he got fucking owned.
100%.
He just got fucking owned so hard, and now he's mad. He's listening to Steppenwolf.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Is toxic masculinity supposed to be a bad thing? Yeah.
I liked it because they had those T-shirts that said, if you can read this, the bitch fell off. That was a good shirt.
I would wear that shirt.
They made ones that said, I'm the bitch that fell off, too.
You'll occasionally,
I don't want that one. Well, no, you'll occasionally see the ladies wearing that one.
Yeah, I have
for
seen
the ladies.
that. I
Yeah,
actually have seen that.
yeah,
A little something for the
for
ladies.
their mamas, the biker mamas. Yeah,
And then like something for the kids. Like I came from the bitch that fell off.
yeah. My brain don't work right because my mama fell off.
It continues on the back of the shirt.
I got a bad bad brain because of my mother's bad decisions, and she
was also the bitch that fell off.
She was also the bitch that fell off, but she went crazy. She actually shotgunned the beer after they cooked the chicken over it.
Hey, man, that bitch you fell off is my mother.
All at Steppenwolf shows.
I got two more. This one is from Yoko Eggstein from a month ago.
My favorite Japanese Jew.
It says, I miss the old days, even though I wasn't born yet. I was still listening through my dad's ears when I was an egg.
I was still listening through my dad's dick.
My dad's balls vibrated to the bass and drums of Steppenwolf. It made him horny enough to have sex with my mom.
It made a generation horny.
This one is... oh, wait, I take it back. Two more. This one is Maria Jose Cano from 7 months ago. Good. I miss the long mane and the man. The rock music and the Harleys.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what toxic
yeah.
masculinity sounds like.
Come
baby.
this way,
Harleys.
I was gonna say let's get Maria and Din Djarin together. I think they might.
Barrel-chested toxic masculinity.
This is the last one here, and this I don't know if this is a poem or what, but there are periods after every single word. Bloop, man, I like that one. Cow, boy, Grady fish, amazing. Underwater breathing, boy, your Harley Davidson jet ski, my pops. Nothing. Spending money, but marine related. He's all there. Sell.
Are these coordinates?
This is a Russian bot.
These are coordinates. Yeah.
He can sell that one to him. Parents and grandma. Bloop. Far out, dude.
Yeah.
Fish. Shalom.
769er. Yeah. That's wild.
Hey, look. All I gotta say about it, man, is fish. Shalom. Bloop.
Bloop.
Yeah. Oh, and
man.
woo. That's the show. Have fun at Sturgis. You idiots, don't go. Seriously, please don't
go
please.
and check out the live Goods from the Woods podcast
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah, we're gonna be on in between Smash Mouth and the Reverend Horton Heat.
And we're gonna have the lead singer of Traps.
I'm gonna get on stilts and have a t-shirt cannon.
Oh man, well,
And we're gonna have a bitch fell off contest.
Yeah, I'll be shooting shirts that say I'm the bitch that fell off out of a t-shirt cannon.
well, yeah, we've got. We mentioned yesterday about the cat and trying to figure out a name, and I did put up a poll. And as of right now, I still got a few. We'll check back up tomorrow. But as of right now, the name for the cat, Sam T-Bone Harder Jr. is winning at 54%.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Steven polling at 11%. Carter, my name Elvis is at 9%. So Elvis has left the building, and Bugs is in second place at 26%. So right now, Sam and Emily are leading with Sam.
I think
double.
I got this.
It's funny.
I haven't even voted yet. I'm gonna go home and vote for myself.
It's crazy because we all know it's just going to be Bugs.
Yeah. That's true.
Come on, call it a real stupid name.
It
is funny to be like, this is Sam Jr.
This is Sam T-Bone Harder Jr.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? Is it a hitman?
You just have to call it Sam Jr. for short.
Yeah.
Sammy J.
Little Sammy.
Sammy's a cute name for a cat.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our show. Sam Senior, where can people find you online?
Twitter at Slam Harder, or you can find me on the Patreon.
Yes.
Where I'll give out my phone number. Also, I just want to say this: if you join the Patreon right now, I will draw a picture and send it to your house.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Does that make you want to join? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
It might be a thing.
Okay. Yeah, well, I've been sending people, stickers and stuff when they join. So whenever we get a new person, I'll just tell you, and then we can put the drawing in there with the stickers.
Hey, people have been quarantined. They've been looking at these walls like, I need some art to put up. Sam's willing to provide that art
And
for
I'll do
you.
a good job.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see what this is possibly going to be.
Well, I don't have any ideas. I was just going to draw, picture.
I mean,
yeah.
You got to let the artistic stuff just flow, man.
Flow out of you.
Don't
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to let it flow out of you like Montezuma's revenge.
Carter, where can people find you?
Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram.
And of course, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley, and you can check out the Patreon, as we mentioned, patreon.com/thegoodspod. $5 a month. Join the Tower of Power. I don't know what the fuck we're watching this week, but it'll be something fun. And get at us, and we will see you next